Welcome. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to stick a corn dog in your pee hole. This is really about just budget mods on a bike. So for a beginner bike or for a first timer, it doesn't make sense to me to spend a lot of money on upgrades because you don't know if you're going to be happy with the bike. You might want to upgrade. You might not really be into riding. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do anything to your bike. It just, in my opinion, means it doesn't make financial sense to spend a lot of money on mods on a bike if you don't know that you're going to keep the bike long term. And even in my case, where I could spend the money on nicer upgrades and stuff on this bike, it doesn't make sense for me just because this is a budget bike. It's not a show bike or anything is what I mean. I'm not tracking it. None of the mods really mean a big difference or make a big deal to me. It's nice to have like the Two Brothers carbon exhaust and stuff, so better looking exhaust or whatever. But for the price difference, you know, for 120 bucks versus $400 plus, it doesn't really make any sense to me. So I got the TST fender eliminator kit. That was about $160 with the LED blinker relay, so you get the normal blink rate without having to install resistors. Post a link to that video right here where I installed that kit and made a couple modifications to it. And then I got the Dan Moto carbon, I think it's called carbon GP exhaust, and that was $120 some shipped. So it was only $80 some, and the shipping from Hong Kong was pretty pricey. So all in right now on this bike, and those are the only two things I've done to this bike, all in I'm at about $300. I will pick up frame sliders and swing arm sliders, but other than that, I mean, I'm probably done with mods on this bike. Just because I've been riding for a long time, and I know what I like on a bike and I know what I don't. And for me, it's never really been worth it to spend a couple extra bucks on a street bike to get a few extra horsepower out of it. I just sold a CBR 1000RR, so if I was really after the horsepower, I would have kept that bike instead of buying a Ninja 300. So the 3 horsepower, whatever difference on a full system for $1,000 bucks or 800 bucks, it just doesn't make sense over an exhaust that sounds really good for $120. So if you're a new rider and your budget's a little bit constrained, or if you're an experienced rider and you kind of follow the same logic that I do, save yourself some money and shop around and pick up some cheap mods that'll do everything that you want to do